that saw the elves overthrow Dragonkind's rule.
Wasn't that war over 1,000 years ago?
Some wounds run too deep. They will always remember what my kind did to them before the fighting, and my kind will remember their actions in the war. These are pains that each of our children inherit, and we can only hope that the hurt fades just a little bit more with each generation.
That's relatable. Anyhow, where do you think their leader is?
They might not have a set leader, but I would guess that whoever is at the center of all things and looks the busiest is a good bet. Or you could always just ask around.
A human? I must say that it has been some time since one of your kind ventured into our part of the forest. My name is Naivara, guardian of Moonvines. What brings you to us? I have come from Mithril Hall with an urgent message and a letter from the king. The king himself? That seems excessive. What is this message?
Naivara's gentle expression turns stern as she reads. She begins examining the letter itself, the seal, the parchment it is on, and there is a flash of light around her eyes as she casts a spell during the investigation. When she is done, she looks at you with none of the levity that she greeted you with and hands the letter back.
We have had some strange creatures roaming the woods, but Demogorgon is another matter entirely. Forgive me, but I will have to verify this myself. Watch my body. I must step away for a moment. Ah! That was not pleasant, nor exactly expected. All right then. Well, in that case, we have a problem on our hands aside from Demogorgon. You need a weapon powerful enough to harm a demon prince and seal him back in the abyss. Unfortunately, we simply lack the capabilities to make anything like that, even with the supposedly marvelous weapon you carry. Well, what are we supposed to do then? Raise an army? Set a trap? While both of those are decent backup options, I may know a way to gain the power needed for such an enchantment.
Why can this never be simple?
There is a temple deeper in these woods, one dedicated to the moon deity Selyun. She has the best interests of mortals at heart, and her temple has been a site of blessings and great workings in the past. I have a nasty suspicion there's a nasty catch to this. Indeed, for the temple is guarded by a sphinx. She is generally good-natured and does enjoy the few visitors she gets. However, she also has a tendency to... Well, she is a guardian, as well as a judge, and if someone seeks the temple's power and she deems them unworthy, she tends to eat them. How does she determine if one is worthy or not? She seems partial to riddles and word games. She has also been known to, on occasion, eat someone even if they answered her questions correctly. Wow, what a cheater. Quite. So do I have to kill her to get the blessing? No, absolutely not. She is a servant of Selyun and placed there by the Moon Maiden herself. If you harm her, not only will you never receive the blessing, but you risk incurring Selyun's divine wrath. Then how do I prove myself worthy? Frankly, I cannot say for certain. The Sphinx has always been unpredictable, but there must be some code or command that she upholds. Else Selyun would remove her.
Provided the deity's even bothering to check in.
The best I can say is to venture to the temple, ask her yourself, and never turn your back on her. And be ready to run like a pack of devils is on your trail. That's not entirely encouraging, but I don't have much of a choice here. I'll try. Good luck.
What excellent news. Not only is making the weapon we need to save Faerun more complicated than expected, we have to face a temperamental monster who may decide to kill you regardless of whether you pass her tests. Wonderful.
Just be glad that the two of us can puzzle out her trials together. I hope you're good at riddles, Vair.
I am not.
while I have you here, would you be willing to investigate something for me? I will, of course, pay you for your services. What do you need investigated? The elves of Moonvines have reported seeing strangers in purple robes traveling through the woods, but avoiding other people. We have also noticed that the old abandoned fortress of Methegrist now has lights shining through its windows at night. Hopefully this is nothing to be alarmed about, but it would ease our minds if you could determine what is happening there. I can do that. I'll be back when I know more. Thank you. Be safe.
The elves claim that this part of the forest touches the Feywild, allowing some of that otherworld strange magic to seep into our own. No one can say whether the trees come from the Feywild, or whether the Feywild's influence transformed them. But either way, these crystalline trees grow like any other, and produce fruit that the locals consider sacred.
These robes look familiar. I cannot place them, but they do not inspire any sense of comfort, to be sure.
Oh, really? The robes are what made you feel uncomfortable? Not the people who are trying to kill us?
Well, yes, that too.
Vair? I think that these people are worshipping dragons.
Oh dear, that is not good.
Why? I mean, aside from their repeated attempts at murder.
Dragon cults are almost always oriented toward the truly vain dragons of the world. Chromatic dragons often enjoy or demand worship and service, while we metallic dragons seldom make such demands. When a cult appears, it is usually because they have already pledged themselves to one dragon or another. Worst case scenario, one of these cults managed to bring Tiamat from her domain in the realm of devils. She was defeated before she could be fully established in Faerun. But it was a close battle, and even that shadow of her was a living cataclysm.
Do you think they're trying to do the same thing here?
I certainly hope not, but it is a possibility.
Please, stop. I surrender. I've had enough of this place and it's not worth dying over.
Your friends seem to think otherwise.
They were fanatics, not me. I am sick of sacrificing and praying to something that isn't here. Hoping that a dragon will swoop out of the sky to save us from the demons or something. It seems ridiculous.
Yet, here we are. The irony is painful.
Then why join in the first place?
Because I was scared. I wanted to be protected from the demons when they came, and this seemed my best option. Now though, even if we survive the demons, the endless sacrifices, the violence, it cannot hold.
So there is not even a dragon here that you serve?
They were here for a few days, but then left, and I do not think they plan to return. They seem to be fleeing the invasion too.
Katra, if I might make a suggestion, tell them about us and speak on my behalf. Tell them to find a dragon worthy of service and one that will protect them. There are more metallic dragons in the world than people realize, and most would welcome the company.
Listen, this may be hard to believe, and sometimes I question it myself. But I have the soul of the noble golden dragon Endandravair living in my body. He says that you should all go out and find an actual dragon to serve. Better yet, find one that actually cares about you and reciprocates your affection and efforts.
Indeed, especially if you really insist on this worship nonsense. Yes, we are vain and awe-inspiring shards of elemental and divine power, but we are not actually gods. The ones who want you to think that they are gods are just the dragons that will betray or use and abandon you.
He says that any dragon who wants you to worship them as an actual god is the kind that will just stab you in the back when it suits them. He said it in more elaborate terms than that, but I honestly don't enjoy being his mouthpiece.
And how do we know that you've actually got a dragon inside you? This sounds particularly suspicious to me.
Is there anything we can do to prove it to them?
Not that I can think of.
I think you'll just have to take my word on it. Unless you want to start quizzing me on dragon lore or something else you might know.
No, I don't think I will. I do have a test in mind, though.
I have a bad feeling about this one.
Even if I were to cast a detection spell on you, the results won't tell me much. You could just be descended from a dragon, or blessed by one, or something else like that to give you a draconic aura. However, there is said to be an artifact nearby. One that only functions for true dragons. An orb activated by their essence. Part of why we came here was to help our Dark Lord to find it. He said that many older dragons have an idea